Oh, it's the last episode!
Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted.
Okay, so it's the last episode, and we're gonna do things that I don't normally do, and I'll begrudge doing these things that I'm doing in this episode. Don't worry, it's not sordid, but it's not the sort of thing I normally cover. Finishing of guitars is something I normally do in secret, because if I fuck it up, I can do it over and over again. But I do like to share a blooper. So we're going to do a bit of finishing. How exciting is that? There's a few things. This is how we left the guitar. Everything's nice. It intonates perfectly. Really happy. It's been sat around doing a bit for a few days. I'm actually building this whole thing before even a single video has been released. So it was done weeks ago. So that was a little surprise for you. The first thing, someone commented on moisture content, which is a big point of not a point of contention, but there's a lot to learn and there's a lot that you just can't ever get your head round. This is a bit of wood. Wood is like sponges.
Oh, I get it.
Even if it's well finished and sealed, it's still a sponge. It will react to wherever it lives. I send guitars all around the world, and all around the world, believe it or not, it's got different conditions. In the UK, when you get kiln dried wood, which people say it's kiln dry, it's amazing, normally gets to about 9%-ish lower, sometimes lower, which is a bit extreme, sometimes a little bit more. If you then leave wood laying around in your living room for a while, it will normalise to the UK. My workshop has got pretty good control, and this bit of timber, I've got my Wagner out, I've set it to mahogany, 11%, which is bang on in the UK. If you leave it outside in a shed, it can get up to about 13-14% certain times of the year. If I buy wood at a local place like the Beach Brothers in Exeter, timber stored in the shed, it's air dried, it's about 14%. I have to mill that lumber up and put it downstairs in Fritzl's for a long time to get it to about 11 with a dehumidifier down there all the time, so it's kind of working, circulation. It's an endless battle of shit.
Okay. Okay, what?
So it depends on where you are in the world. You might get a fret sprout, shrink it. It's a bit of wood. You have to bear that in mind. My mate Anthony bought me that from Howden's. Oh, I do love me Wagners. I saw Mr. Crow using a Wagners years ago. Thought I've got to have one of them. That's porn. So we've got a Wagners. So the portfolio, that's a bit of knowledge for you, wasn't it? Sorry, that was a serious start. I'm just trying to draw your attention away from the impending finishing. This guitar is finished, as in it's built. I know that everything fits, it works. It's still in tune, it's been sat around. I'm loving it. It's a skinnier neck than you might be used to on a Tele, but actually, I love those router bits. They give you such a consistent shape. Some home truths about guitar building. Banter does start at 0, by the way, so you know if you're not happy with that, you can fuck off.
What did you say?
The disgusting truth is that now I've got hours of sanding. I'm going to put my Tele on, I'm going to sit here with a mask on, and I'm going to take this guitar apart and I'm going to sit there and sand it. I'll show you the tiniest of sanding montage, but in all honesty, I'm going to put between 2 and 4 hours of sanding in this guitar. It's in pretty good nick, so I'm going to start sanding it at 240 grit. I'll blast it with the orbital on the flat spots, and then I'll hand sand to 240, and then I'll probably take it up to 320. Then I'm going to get a coat of finish on. We've got to do some experimentation to get this guitar down to the right colours. We've got to make it all dark and lovely. I have got a fretboard here. This is a fretboard that Mr. Coogie Woogie left here. This is a subscriber that I've met, and he's a lovely guy. Some stuff coming up with some wood he gave me. He came to my workshop and gave me wood. You can use a soundbite on that. Use it as your ringtone. That'd be good in the supermarket. But I've got this lovely bit of what I think is rosewood from a guitar that he never built. But that's kind of the colorations we're looking for. We're not going to get it exactly, but that's what we're aiming at. Maybe a bit more red. I've got ideas. I'm just going to fucking waffle it out. That's all we're going to do. We're going to take this guitar apart. I'm not going to film it, and we'll come back to me sat at a chair doing a bit of sanding, which is just so boring. But you asked for it. So believe it or not, I've done some oh fuck it, I'm hell of a well prepared. I'm not well prepared. But doing some sampling, and believe it or not, I've got to stain this black and then red at the same time. We've got a double team, haven't we? Had a DVD like that back in the day. I'm gonna use Rip Dye. It's nice and easy to use. A piece of piss, isn't it? I'm gonna hang this thing up somehow or another, probably from the do for what's it. In fact, I'll get me string. So I've got a bolt that goes in me neck blanks to hang them up. Simple. And then I'll also bung a screw in the end of the actual telly. Put on one glove, a la Michael Jackson. It's weird that we still listen to his music, innit?
Allegedly.
Bit of black Rip Dye, and I'm gonna go for a bit of Stunning Stains from Crimson. We've used that before, and it's easy. This is gonna highlight any fuck ups or scratches that I've missed. It's really old dry wood, so on all the roundovers, it's an absolute twat. But I kind of like that, and we're experimenting, aren't we? We're just gonna see what it comes out like. So anyway, I'll shut up now, because it's a nightmare to edit if I talk. Right, that is soaking finish up like an absolute sponge. So I'm not going to put any more on. I'm going to hang this I'm going to hang this up now until tomorrow, and I'm going to come back and it's going to highlight some scratches, and it already has. There's a few marks and dings on there. It's hard to tell whether it's just the age in the wood. It's got nail holes and all sorts. I'm going to hang it up, I'm going to leave it, I'm going to let it dry overnight. I'm going to do the same to the neck, and I'll see you back on the bench with a bit of magic. Right, I'm back on the bench for phase 2. I've got the special tuppy towel out. The first video of this is going live in 2 hours. So I was hoping to have this guitar finished and strumming and all the rest of it before that happened, because I've never done that before. Got a whole guitar done before a series, but I'm getting there. I should be way ahead. All I'm going to do with this is, obviously, because it's been drying for a couple of days, I haven't touched it. I've been doing other stuff. I've got me really, really soft sanding pad, and I'm just going to flat this back. I'm going to flat it back and see what it gives me, and then I'm going to basically give it a wipe off. Right, same again as last time. I'm going to go over this with the black, see what it looks like. In fact, I'm going to go over it with brown. We're going brown this time. I'm going to put a glove on, otherwise I'm going to go in with brown knuckles.
One eternity later.
Starting to look a little bit like George, isn't it? A little bit, come on. Thanks everyone for your comments. Thanks everyone who's entered the raffle. Shall we see what it is at so far? I thought I'd put a limit on it, 2,735 squids. I love the idea that someone can win this for £2.50. I think that's amazing. I love the fact that we've taken Danny's old door frame and we've turned it into what's potentially going to be over £3,000 for his chosen charity. Fucking yes. One of the best successes I've had on the channel. And the Andersons video went live last week, so about 7 of you are new. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Let's hope you stick around and you can handle the banter. So, I was going to feature painting in this video, but I didn't because I've been so busy. I'm literally putting coats on this as I was passing through. It's a nightmare. So basically, because wait till you're on camera, Paul. Basically, because we do a lot of ash and things like that, I'm never a fan of grain filling. If you're doing solid colours and high gloss finishes and things like that, grain filling is a bit of a necessity. Sometimes you have to do it, but I don't want that. I want wood to be porous. I want to be able to see its characteristics, and a lot of the time that means not grain filling and then letting the grain add something, which is what I've done here. This was 120-year-old, drier than a nun's fucking mahogany. It soaked up everything I threw at it. Quite the girl, I can tell you that. It got dyed. I'm out of breath because I just ran up and down my stairs. Rather than turn the cameras off, I ran up and down because I thought I'm saving time, but I'm going to edit it tonight, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Saturday night editing, yes, glass of wine, maybe even a rum. So Danny brought me a lovely bottle of rum actually, so I might be having a tipple of that. So what I do on bare wood, bear with, it's looking almost rosewoody, isn't it? Who fucking knew? So this has had red, black and brown dyes, and then basically 4 coats of this. This stuff's amazing, amazing. Dries in 10 minutes, get 4 coats on. Don't go too heavy, all right, because she won't be able to breathe. 4 coats of that on there, let it dry overnight, come back with 400 grit sandpaper. That should be enough where you don't touch the finish underneath. Just very lightly flat it off. Another couple of coats. Right, piece of piss. It's like a tenner a can. Fucking brilliant stuff. You probably use you can easily use a whole can on that. And then I come back with Halford's matte lacquer spray. Now some people will be going, oh, the purists, you can't use that. On bare wood, it gives an amazing, amazing finish. It's my favourite and it's what I'm using from now on. This gives you a jet style, if we grain filled and really flattened it out, it gives you a jet style matte lovely finish. So if you're not in the UK, you have to use your own matte lacquer automotive spray. If you're in the States, you're fucking spoiled for choice. You've got loads. Watch Brad Angove. I noticed the other day he's got a video up. I'm going to be watching it today. Fucking sexy Brad. Love that geezer. I still know nothing about painting, but Brad's videos are good. So basically, we're putting this together. We're getting it rocking and rolling, and I'm going to get Danny to come and have a go on it. He doesn't know yet. I don't even know if he can play guitar very well, but we'll soon find out. Can't be as bad as me. So let's put this thing together, shall we? Without further ado, let's put it together. Now, the beauty of this is this guitar has already been built. I've already played it. You've seen it. So I know it is fine. So I'm going to whiz through, put these tuners on, get the roller string trees on, and then that's essentially the neck finished. See, you can see the grain, you can feel the grain. I fucking love it. Really, I'm loving the finish. It's dark. It's a dark mamba. Love it. Right, Speedy. Right, neck's all done. God, we should call it the Raw series. I fucking love it. It's so nice. Ugh. What's the chances of this thing just stringing up and playing? Fucking doubtful, innit? But we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. That is the plan. So on with the body. We've got the microfiber cloth out, so it must be serious. First thing I'm going to do is copper shield everything, because that's therapy. But for that, we'll just do a clicky finger, because you don't need to see a grown man put sellotape on. And whether or not you think copper shielding is worth a fuck, I don't really know. But it looks pretty, doesn't it? And it makes it look like I care. So if someone opens this up in the future, they'll go, oh, he cared. So just on a cheeky side note, I'm crouching like a weirdo. I will announce the winner and we'll draw the raffle on the first episode of the SG build, so you'll find out who won it. I think that's how it works. I'm kind of learning that as I go. Check that you're subscribed. Please check that you're subscribed, because YouTube's weird. Sorry, YouTube. Because they unsubscribe people and people don't realise. Check that you're subscribed, because that is what feeds my fucking ego. Thanks, everyone. So back on camera, I just thought I'd start filming before I cover everything up. We're all fucking shielded. I took a photo, but I thought that'll look shit. I'm not going to put that in there. I've had some interesting comments on this little series. Obviously, some people, George has had a piece of maple sandwiched in there. Kind of missing the point a little bit. I do try and make it very clear from episode 1 that is inspired by, in effigy of, using materials that mean more to me than a fucking maple wafer. Alright, this is an important bit of word. We're sending him home. This is making Danny's dream come true. That's what we're doing here. Thank you again to Mr. Warman for giving us the pickups. What a ledge. Put your appreciation down below, or you can show your appreciation even more, and next time you need a set of pickups, you can contact Warman. The website's down below. Not an affiliate link, as I always say, just a legendary fucking recommend. Private browsing. So we're set up now. We're looking pretty good. We've got to get our pick guard on. We can get her rewired. I was a bit cheeky when I took it all apart. I snipped the wires so that I could see where everything fucking went when I put it back together, because I don't have to refigure it out. Because believe it or not, I'm not very good at the wires. Don't know if I've mentioned that 94 times. If you want a custom build, contact milostudios@hotmail.com. Yes, I use Hotmail, slightly newer than Lycos or Ask Jeeves, but that's from my era. I'm a Hotmail. I'm fucking not a Hotmail. I'm an ugly albino. but I'd use Hotmail. So that's, yeah, that came out weird, didn't it? Get in contact anytime for a custom build. I'm taking on builds currently for March 2026. Screws for the pick guard. Now I'm going to take this final layer of plastic off. Well, would you look at that? I've taken the last bit of plastic off, and this pick guard under the plastic has got a massive scratch. How gutting's that? When this gets sent out at the end of the month, I will have that replaced. All right, sorry about that. Fucking under all the plastic, scratched. Quick, cover it up. They wouldn't have known. They wouldn't have known. Right, I'm gonna get her resoldered up. You don't need to see me resolder it, dear. I'm just reconnecting shit that I've already connected. I'll get it stripped off, soldered up, we'll click our fingers, and we'll come back and see what, look, nail holes. I fucking love it. I love it. The Raw series. Nail holes all over. Incidentally, if you like the parts trays, I have got some better ones. They are in the, these are in my eBay store. The link is below. I think there might be some left with a little engraving on the back. I forget the name of the gentleman that did this drawing for me. I'll put it below. Just sent me a random picture online, so I thought I'd put it on the engraving. I think that looks pretty fucking awesome, doesn't it? Yeah, these are below. If you want a parts tray for when you're taking your guitars apart, link is below. Marlowe Studios at eBay, I think. See you in a minute, and we'll have a little yap. Right, so we're all wired up. It's all looking a little bit shiny, not that shiny, but we can test this. Bridge and middle, bridge and neck.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
Neck, both in series. Lovely, we're done. We're wired. That was easy, wasn't it? Thank you everyone who's commented. Everyone who watched the Andersons video, thanks for that. It's important that everyone went and watched. It's got some good numbers. I didn't read all the comments on the Andersons video because although I love the channel, their comment section is a little bit more indicative of the internet, as in it's got some poisonous pricks in it. So don't read that much. There's a lot of fucking idiots that comment on their videos. But fingers crossed we've done enough to get our feet in under the rug, through the door, whatever the saying is. Don't get the sayings wrong, Paul, because people will go mad. Right, we've just got to fix the neck on now. I had an interesting comment from Sarah from Relic Guitars. She said that sometimes when you use stainless steel into stainless steel ferrules, you get a bit of corrosion and sometimes they're a bit of a fucker to get out. So we're going to fix her on, and I'm going to use some basic paste wax, which is thread paste wax that you can use when you're putting screws into oak and stuff like that. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in the thread. There's lots of different stuff you can use for this sort of stuff. We're obviously not going to use Loctite or anything crazy. Not going crazy. Oh, she's snug. Snug as a bug in a rug, as my gran used to say. Bless her. Lovely. We're in. We're bolted. We're connected. Who wants to watch me string a guitar up? I didn't think you did. Let's put some strings on and give her a strum. And then we're going down to plug her in Fritzels. Little comment from Mint Sauce. That sanding machine, I think he's on about Eileen. He says that we should attach that to a sex machine. Not sure one of them would get past the algorithm, mate. But I'll put it in because it's fucking funny, innit? What a filthy world we live in. Love it. Some people's minds are more fucked up than mine.
One eternity later.
We've done it. There she is. I've made it. It looks like this. George's looks like this. I think that's not a bad approximation. Let's go and give it a little test down in Fritzels. And then we'll come back up and I'm going to discuss things that I've found in this build. Some interesting topics, things that I would do differently, things that I found out along the way, because there's always something to find out and there's always something to learn. These bastards will teach you until the day you die. I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, it was a strong door because the building was where people paid money, so it built like a bank.
Yeah.
I couldn't bear to see it be scrapped, the actual wood.
And all these years later, there it is. We've made her.
Everything comes to those who wait, but I never expected in my wildest dreams that you'd do such a wonderful job as this.
So there you go, there's the end of another series. It's always sad when they come to an end, isn't it? We've made the George Harrison Inspired Telecaster. It looks fucking quite similar, doesn't it? It's probably the best likeness I've got on a copy job. I'm not very good at that. Things I've learned about this guitar. This mahogany was very old, very dry. Do you want to know how much it weighs? 7 lubs. 3.2 kilos. It is, I think it's the lightest guitar I've ever made. The mahogany is so old that it was an absolute twat to finish. If I do it again, I will grain fill. I like the porous look of mahogany. I want it to look, but next time, if I do something like this again, I will grain fill it. There's a couple areas where I just could not get it to take a finish. I just couldn't. It was like a sponge. Some places it wouldn't take stain. I spoke to a couple of you about it and trying to get a bit of idea and a bit of advice. But especially the end grain, it was literally, it soaked it up like a sponge. So the finish is 95, 96%. It looks cool, it's porous, it's got a very, very thin poly coat on it. And the whole point is it's not supposed to look brand new. It's got nail holes in it, for fuck's sake. So it kind of works nicely. I basically, off camera, I coloured this. I sanded it, I coloured it, I sealed it, I finished it, I sanded it again. I did it about 3 times. I just could not get my techniques to get it as perfect as I would want. So that was that. I drew a line under it. But obviously, it's a fucking cool telly. It's super light. It will last forever. It's 100 years old and it plays absolutely wonderfully. I'm getting good at making good players. I've still got to learn to paint. I've still got about 20 feral jigs left. Don't forget you can order them down below. They're in the eBay store. All helps, all that loveliness. If you want to get yourself a Marlowe Studios parts tray, they're also downstairs. That's the shopping bit done. Little announcement. I've shut my store at Teespring. Do you want to know why? Because they're fucking shit. They have never paid me a penny, ever. I've had a Teespring store for a year. Every time I request a payout, I never get it. They still haven't paid me. I've closed it. I've threatened legal action. They owe me about 800 quid. They take ages to deliver. People have moaned at me nicely that their orders are taking forever to get there. They're shit. Something's going on with Teespring. I think someone's running that company into the ground. Who knows? You heard it here first. I'm trying to find another source. If you want to buy a t-shirt, thank you very much. Just hold on a few weeks because I'll be finding another source. Teespring are wankers. I'm probably never going to get me money. But there you go. At least there's people all around the world wearing Marlowe Studios t-shirts, which is still fucking bonkers in my head. Next week, we're starting the new build. It's an SG. I've made some modifications on the last one, and it's going to be the last SG for a while, but I wanted to do this one because it's fucking sexy. And then after that, it's a Brian May red special, but it's not red. Oh, no, the followers of that guitar are absolute bonkers. So I'm going to ruffle some feathers, big style. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with the quote of the day. This is from Ash Davies. His wife implied that he's a sex machine, but the words she actually used is that he's a fucking tool.